Hi everyone, BlackRock, as I'm sure most people are aware, is the world's largest asset management firm with over $11.5 trillion in assets under management as of January 2025, which you can see is an increase of 15% from 2023 to the end of 2024, with its total net flows increasing by over $350 billion from 2023 to 2024. It's an American investment management company with 78 offices in 36 countries, and whose CEO is obviously Larry Fink. BlackRock has, through its iShares Bitcoin Trust ETF, or IBIT, the largest amount of Bitcoin of any ETF or fund, standing at 575,810 Bitcoin, which makes up over 2.7% of all Bitcoin that can ever exist, and has a value of just under $46 billion at the time of recording this video. BlackRock has also set up its BUIDL fund, which is a tokenized money market fund, which was initially launched on Ethereum, but is now available on 7 blockchains. It currently has a market cap size of just under $2 billion, putting it in 54th place on CoinGecko in terms of the largest market cap sizes. And if we look at BlackRock's presence in the UK, Sarah Melvin has been the head of BlackRock in the UK and Ireland, Europe, and chair of BlackRock Africa since 2019. And according to its website, it has nearly 4,000 employees in the UK and Ireland, 11 million pension schemes that are managed by BlackRock in the UK, and £500 billion that have been invested into the UK by BlackRock's clients. And if we look at an example of one of BlackRock's UK clients, I don't know if you're aware, but BlackRock has been managing St John Ambulance's entire investment portfolio in the UK for about 20 years now, with BlackRock actually appearing 11 times in its 2023 annual report and accounts. So BlackRock already has a large presence in the UK, as we've seen, but that being said, some huge news was released at the beginning of April 2025 that BlackRock has now been approved in the UK to offer crypto services. So let's look at exactly what that means and at the detail of it. So please do like the video and subscribe to the channel so I can continue to offer more content for you in future. If you follow our social media channels on X, Facebook and Instagram, you'll receive daily crypto and financial education news update posts, which will keep you informed. Stick around to the end of this video to find out what services Coin Knowledge offers. Just a quick reminder that nothing contained here is financial advice, and let's jump straight in. On the 1st of April 2025, BlackRock was added to the FCA's registered crypto asset firms list, joining the centralized crypto exchanges that are already on there, like Coinbase did recently, for example, that I actually covered in a video you can find a link to here and in the description. But this means that BlackRock can now offer crypto-related services in the UK, and this is notoriously difficult to become approved with the FCA in the UK, given its poor record on approving crypto firms. Now, just 14% of those who applied, which I have covered in previous videos, because BlackRock passed the FCA's AML or anti-money laundering rules and became registered on the 1st of April 2025, a prerequisite for being able to offer crypto services in the UK. So this means that BlackRock is now able to act as an arranger for its subsidiary, iShares Digital Assets AG, which issues its ETPs, and iShares actually offers over 1,400 ETFs globally, with $3.3 trillion in assets under management, including its IBIT Bitcoin ETF that we saw earlier, which is the largest and most traded Bitcoin exchange traded product since it launched in January 2024, but also its Ethereum ETF that has about $1.8 billion of net assets. So BlackRock, as of the beginning of April, will now essentially be able to offer ETPs in the UK, which stand for Exchange Traded Products, and are financial instruments that track underlying securities, an index, or other financial products, in this case, digital assets or crypto. And ETPs encompass things like ETFs and ETNs, so ETPs are the overriding term, and these are specifically defined on BlackRock's entry in the FCA's crypto asset register as secured, undated, limited recourse securities backed by a specific crypto asset. And this news came out just a week after we heard that BlackRock launched its first Bitcoin ETP in Europe, the iShares Bitcoin ETP, which is backed by Bitcoin and held in cold storage by Coinbase. which BlackRock does use to offer crypto trading and custody services for its institutional clients. So there's likely no surprise that both Coinbase and BlackRock have been approved to operate in the UK very recently by the FCA, with something similar to the iShares Bitcoin ETP likely going to be made available in the UK. However, this isn't necessarily great news for retail investors in the UK directly, I'm afraid, because the FCA only makes crypto-backed ETPs available to professional or institutional investors in the UK, restating this position at the end of March 2024. So in other words, not available to retail investors. It will be interesting to see the new crypto regulation being worked on currently, to see if there is any change at all in approach to crypto in the UK. But the positive and bullish news here is that this does create the opportunity for UK institutional and professional investors to invest in these crypto-backed ETPs, rather than needing to hold Bitcoin directly, which they may well just not have done otherwise or want to. With it pleasing to see the FCA actually do something of note here, but with the UK Treasury still needing to do much more, in my opinion, to make the UK competitive in the crypto and digital asset space, let alone be a leader, with this actually being what I'm going to cover in our next video. So that ends this video, and as always, I'd love to know what you think in the comments below about BlackRock being able to offer crypto ETPs in the UK now. Just a reminder that if you're interested in more of a tailored approach to your crypto education, and you think you benefit from having someone look over your shoulder and guide you on your journey, I do offer one-to-one coaching to those who have the desire and the means to educate themselves further. And there are links in the description where you can message me and book in a free video call to see if we'd be a good fit. You can sign up for a free account with Coinly using the link in the description to this video, which is one of the best automated crypto tax platforms out there. If you're looking for more specific crypto tax advice based on your personal circumstances, I've partnered with a leading UK crypto tax company in Miner, which is part of the company Nefos, that offers other services such as wealth management, restructuring, offshoring, etc. But I'll leave a link to contact them directly in the description to this video. If you're based in the US and are looking for specific crypto tax advice based on your personal circumstances, I've partnered with a leading US crypto tax company in crypto tax audit, and I'll leave a link to contact them directly in the description to this video. I've also included a link to Trezor's website in the description for anyone looking for one of the best hardware wallets or cold storage out there, with 2 new models released recently in the Trezor Safe 3 and Trezor Safe 5 that I actually did a video on recently that you can find the link to here and in the description. And finally, if you're looking for a portfolio tracker for your crypto portfolio, I've included a link to CoinStats in the description to this video, which is the leading crypto and Bitcoin tracker on the market. And if you found this content interesting, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel, as it really does help. And have a great day.